Dear distinguished guests, respected scholars, and esteemed colleagues, it's a great pleasure and honor to welcome you all to the International Scientific and Practical Conference on Modern Trends in Linguistic and Innovative Approach to Teaching Foreign Language, organized by the Department of English Language and Literature at Cochin State University. We are proud to bring together participants from a wide range of academic institutions, both nationally and internationally. Your presence enriches this event and reflects a shared dedication to advancing the fields of linguistics and language education. Throughout this conference, we'll explore pressing issues and current trends in language teaching and linguistic research, exchange innovative ideas, and discuss practical approach to enhancing foreign language instruction in today's dynamic world. We are confident that the presentation and discussions will foster professional dialogue, inspire future research, and strengthen academic collaboration across cultures and disciplines. On behalf of the organizing committee and the entire Cochin State University community, I warmly thank each of you for your participation and contributions. We wish you a rewarding and inspiring conference experience. Thank you.
Assalomu alaykum, hurmatli mehmonlar, professor o'qituvchilar, konferensiya ishtirokchilari. Qo'qon davlat universitetida o'tkazilayotgan tilshunoslikning zamonaviy yo'nalishlari va chet tilini o'qitishda innovatsion yondashuvlar mavzusidagi xalqaro ilmiy amaliy konferensiyamizga xush kelibsiz. Bugungi anjuman nafaqat ilmiy qarashlar va tajribalar almashinuvi uchun, balki tilshunoslik hamda xorijiy tillarni o'qitishning yangi yo'nalishlarini belgilashda muhim ahamiyat kasb etadi. Bu kabi konferensiyalar zamonaviy ta'lim jarayonlariga zamindan qulay sharoit yaratib, amaliy faoliyat bilan ilm fanni yanada yaqinlashtiradi. Konferensiyamiz doirasida tilshunoslikning dolzarb muammolari, metodik yangiliklar, ta'limda raqamlashtirish jarayonlari, shuningdek chet tillarini o'qitishda samarali yondashuvlar haqida fikr almashamiz. Bu muhokamalar ilmiy izlanishlar va amaliy faoliyatda yangi qirralarni ochishiga ishonamiz. Konferensiyada qatnashayotgan har bir ishtirokchining ilmiy yondashuvi, tajribasi va faol ishtiroki anjumanning sifatli va mazmunli o'tishiga xizmat qiladi. Yana bir bor barchangizni qutlab, konferensiyamizni boshlaymiz.
Now, with great respect and honor, I would like to invite the rector of Cochin State University, Jamoluddinova Dilnoza, to deliver the official opening speech of our International Scientific and Practical Conference. Please welcome the rector.
Assalomu alaykum, hurmatli xalqaro konferensiya ishtirokchilari, assalomu alaykum, Zoomda onlayn qatnashayotgan professorlar, hurmatli ilmiy tadqiqotchilar. Bugun mana shu Qo'qon davlat universiteti hamda mana shu ingliz tili va adabiyoti kafedrasini tashabbusi bilan tilshunoslikning zamonaviy yo'nalishlari va chet tillarini o'qitishda innovatsion yondashuvlar nomli xalqaro ilmiy konferensiya tashkil etildi. Mana shu ilmiy konferensiya nafaqat respublikamizdagi oliy ta'lim o'qituvchilari o'rtasida, balki xalqaro oliy ta'lim professor o'qituvchilari bilan integratsiyalashuv jarayonlarini kuchaytirishga hamda professor o'qituvchilarimiz o'rtasida hamkorlik aloqalarini o'rnatishda ko'prik vazifasini o'tashi shubhasiz. Chunki hozirgi kunda lingvistika dunyoda juda ham jadal sur'atlar bilan rivojlanyapti. Ayniqsa noan'anaviy tilshunoslik, lingva kognitiv tilshunoslik yoki bo'lmasa lingva poetika, lingva kulturologiya, bularga oid bo'lgan barcha ilmiy qarashlar mana shu shunday xalqaro konferensiyalarda o'z aksini topadi hamda ilmiy tadqiqotchilar uchun muhim omil vazifasini o'taydi. Konferensiya ishiga omad tilayman. Sog' bo'linglar.
Thank you very much for your inspiring words. Now let us begin with the presentations. I will be introducing each speaker before their turn, We kindly ask all presenters to keep within their time limits and make sure their microphones and materials are ready. Each speaker is given 10 minutes for their presentation. Our first speaker is Professor Ziyayev Avazxon Ixtiyorovich, Doctor of Philological Sciences.
Yana bir bor assalomu alaykum, hurmatli ustozlar, mehmonlar. Mana chiroyli mana konferensiya, xalqaro konferensiya tashkillandi. Bu jarayon o'tgan yil ham bo'lgan edi, aynan shu kafeda juda faol bo'lgan edi. Buni o'zi tayinlashdi, shuni uyushtirishni o'zi ancha murakkab. Mana Vasilaxon ancha jon kuydirib, mana kafedra a'zolari, avlodlarga katta rahmat. Endi mana nomidan o'zi kirdi, tilshunoslik zamonaviy yo'nalishlari. Mana hozirgi dekanimiz ham ta'kidlab o'tdilar. Mana tilshunoslik zamonaviy yo'nalishlari deganda dastlab bizda birinchi o'rinda kognitiv tilshunoslik, lingvakulturologiya, psixolingvistika, sotsiolingvistika, gender tilshunoslik vaholanki juda ko'p yo'nalishlar nazarda tutiladi. Biz mana shu fanlardan dars beramiz. Tilshunos zamonaviy yo'nalishlari deganda asosan mana kognitiv tilshunoslik, lingvakulturologiya, mana o'tgan yili sotsiolingvistika o'tdik. Hozir juda dolzarb. Biz dastlab mana bilamizki, an'anaviy tilshunoslik bo'lgan. An'anaviy tilshunoslik asosiy quroli analiz bo'lgan. Ya'ni analiz deganda qismlarga ajratib, til hodisalar qismlarga ajratib o'rganilgan. Keyinchalik bizda ana shu analiz tilshunoslik bag'ridan sistem struktur tilshunoslik o'sib chiqqan. Buni asosiy quroli sintez, ya'ni shu qismlarga ajratilgan, ya'ni qayta tiklash, ya'ni tilni sistema sifatida o'rganishga e'tibor qaratilgan bo'lsa, 21-asrning boshlariga kelib, mana shularning bag'ridan yangi antropolingvistika o'sib chiqdi. Bunda asosiy, ya'ni o'zi nomidan ko'ra antropo odam, sentr markaz, ya'ni markazda inson turadi. Bevosita buni asosiy shu insonning tili, insonning madaniyati mana shularga e'tibor qaratilyapti. Endi bevosita ishimizda ham mana shu bizning mavzumiz nomi bevosita intensifikatsiya, identifikatsiya semantikasining leksema va frazemalar sinonimik paradigmalar shakllantirishi. Mana bizning mavzumizning nomidan ma'lumki, intensifikatsiya, identifikatsiya bu bevosita falsafadagi sifat o'zgarishlarining miqdor o'zgarishlari aylanishi qonuni bilan bevosita bog'liq. Bilamizki, barcha fanlarda o'zini qonunlari bor. Birinchi o'rinda falsafiy qonunlar turadi. Falsafadagi 3 ta qonun, masalan, miqdor o'zgarishi, sifat o'zgarishi aylanish qonuni, inkorni inkor qonuni hamda qarama-qarshilar birligi va kurashi qonuni. Mana shu 3 ta qonun bo'lsa, tilshunoslikda ham har bir fanlarda o'zini qonuni bor. Mana lingvistik qonunlar, bevosita biz buni yana ajratamiz. Fonetik qonunlar, morfologik qonunlar, leksik sintaks qonunlarga ajratamiz. Chunki bir narsa ingliz tilida mana unaqa aytgin desam, it's impossible to say so. Masalan, I go to school every day demasdan, to school I go every day desam, domla, you are not right. You are mistaken. Nimaga? Chunki qonun. Chunki ingliz tilida qat'iy so'z tartibi oldin ega, keyin kesim, keyin ikkinchi darajali bo'laklar, bu qat'iy qonun. Biz bunga bo'ysunishimiz shart. Xuddi shunga o'xshab falsafa qonunlari bu butun dunyoni boshqaradi. Qaysi bu qonunlar, masalan, fizik qonunlar bor, kimyo qonunlari, matematik qonunlar, lekin falsafa qonunlari hegemon. Chunki Einstein aytgandek, falsafa barcha fanlarning onasidir. Barcha fanlar o'zini qonunga qachon qiynalib qolsa, falsafiy qonunlarga murojaat qilar ekan. Ishimizda bevosita mana shu miqdor o'zgarishlarini sifat o'zgarishi aylanishi qonuniga biz e'tibor qaratganmiz. Ishimiz bevosita mana shu intensifikatsiya, identifikatsiya semantikasining leksema va frazemalar sinonimik paradigmalar shakllantirishiga bag'ishlangan. Ruxsatlar bilan qisqacha mazmunini yoritsam. Sinonimik munosabat nafaqat frazema va frazema, balki leksema bilan frazema orasida ham bo'lishi mumkin. Bunda leksema ma'noni me'yorda, ya'ni me'yoriy holatda, frazema esa muayyan obraz orqali kuchli, yorqin ifodalaydi. Leksema va frazema orasidagi sinonim munosabat sifat, ravish va fe'l turkumlarida ko'proq uchraydi. Har bir so'z turkumidagi sinonimik munosabat muayyan semantik ko'lamga, guruhga mansub bo'ladi. Quyida leksema va frazemali sinonimiyani shu nuqtai nazardan tasniflashga harakat qilamiz. Masalan, birinchi shaxsning kayfiyatini ifodalovchi leksema frazemalar orasida intensifikatsiya va deintentifikatsiya asosida sinonimiyani shakllanishi. Masalan, xursand deyishdi o'rniga og'zi qulog'ida. Yoki xafa, yuragiga qil sig'maydi. Hushyor deyishdi o'rniga yer tagida ilon qimirlasa biladi. Xomush holatini qovog'idan qor yog'adi kabi ifodalashimiz mumkin. Kishining ruhiy holatini, fe'l atvori, insoniylik darajasi, mehnatga munosabati kabilarni ifodalashda quyidagi leksemalardan foydalanishimiz mumkin. Masalan, mard deyishdi o'rniga yuragida yoli bor yoki uddaburon, yulduzni benormon uradigan, saxiy, qo'li ochiq, sho'x, yerga ursa ko'kka sakraydi, yuvosh, qo'y og'zidan cho'p olmagan, yoki salbiy bo'yoqqa ega bo'luvchi, masalan, xasis, qishda qor so'rasa ham bermaydigan, mug'ombir, ilon yog'ini yalagan, lapashang, tepsa tebranmas, anqov, og'ziga qani desa quloqni ko'rsatadigan, qo'rqoq, ya'ni quyon yurak, bo'shang, og'zidan oshini oldiradigan, landovur, hech narsa uddala olmaydigan, ammamni buzog'i kabi estetik baho ifodalovchi leksema, frazema munosabatiga kuchsizlik asosida sinonimlarni shakllanishi. Masalan, chiroyli, bir qoshiq suv bilan yutib boradigan, istarali, istarasi issiq yoki yulduzi issiq. Jismoniy holat ifodalovchi leksema, frazema semantikasi, intensifikatsiya, deintentifikatsiya orqali sinonimiyani vujudga kelishi. Ozg'in deyishdi o'rniga eti suyagi yopishgan, kam quvvat, burnidan tortsa yiqiladigan, yoniga burniga chersa yiqiladigan, baquvvat, tog'ni tolqin qiladigan. Hayotni yaxshi bilmaslik, faoliyatini malakasiga ega emasligini anglatuvchi semantikadagi iboralarga tajribasiz, ona suti og'zidan ketmagan, kishilarning ijtimoiy tabiati, hamkorligini ifodalovchi inoq, o'rnida orasidan qil o'tmaydi, aql, apoq-chapoq, aqliy holat va aql bilan amalga oshiradigan holatni ifodalovchi leksema, frazemalar quyidagilar. Masalan, tentak, miyasi aynigan yoki oson, xamirdan qil sug'urgandek. Qayd belgisini ifodalovchi leksema, frazemalarga, masalan, qadimiy, daqqoyinusdan qolgan yoki almisoqdan qolgan, yuqoridagi fe'l kesimli gap shaklidagi frazemalar semantikasi asosida sinonimiyani kuchli asosidagilarga e'tibor qaratadigan bo'lsak, masalan, hokim so'z qism fe'ldan iborat va bo'lgan frazemalar asosan murakkab tushunchaga ega bo'lgan, shu asosda frazeologik ma'no shakllangan. To'g'ri, ko'p holatlarda fe'l kesim kengayib ketsa, garchi ega mavjud bo'lmasa ham shu tipdagi konstruksiyalar gap shaklidan anglashilib turiladi. Ular ijobiy va salbiy konnotatsiyaga ega bo'lishi mumkin. Kishi ruhiy holatni ifodalovchi leksema va frazemalar semantikasining intensifikatsiya va deintentifikatsiyani hosil qilishi. Xursand bo'lmoq, do'ppisini osmonga otmoq, xursand bo'lmoq yoki ko'ngli tog'dek ko'tarilmoq tarzida, yoqtirib qolmoq, yuragidan urmoq, sevinmoq, og'zining tonobi qochdi yoki og'zi qulog'iga yetdi, boshi ko'kka yetdi kabilar orqali. Suyunmoq, yelkasidan toqulamoq. Shuningdek, psixik holatning kuchsizlanishi yoki psixik holatga kuchsiz darajada ega bo'lmoq semantikalarida tinchlanmoq, o'rnida o'pkasini bosib olmoq, mizg'imoq, ko'zi ilinmoq yoki pinakka ketmoq. Salbiy baho bo'yoqli ruhiy holat jarayon ifodalovchi leksema, frazemalarga, masalan, yuragi qon bo'lib ketdi, yurak bag'ri xun bo'lib ketdi, kuyinmoq, ichi achimoq, rahmi kelmoq, qo'rqib ketmoq o'rnida, kayfi uchmoq, kapalagi uchmoq, kishiga ijobiy baho berish, nomaqbul harakat uchun chora ko'rish harakatni ifodalovchi leksema, frazemalarga e'tibor qaratadigan bo'lsak, masalan, maqtamoq, ko'kka ko'tarmoq, ko'klarga ko'tarmoq, jazolamoq o'rnida terisiga somon tiqmoq, jazolamoq o'rnida burnini yerga shiqamoq, jazolamoq o'rnida onasini uchqo'rg'onda ko'rsatmoq. Ko'ryapsizki, bularda bevosita nima darajalari kuchayib boryapti. Shuningdek, turli semantik tur guruhlarga kiruvchi haydab yubormoq, dumini tugib yubormoq, tanqid qilmoq, po'stagini qoqmoq, tuzalmoq, ustidan yostiqdan bosh ko'tarmoq, laqillatmoq, qo'ynini pichoqqa to'ldirmoq, yengmoq o'rnida bir cho'qishda qochirmoq kabilar. Leksema, frazemalardagi sinonimik munosabat ham ulardagi kuchli kuchsizlik asosida quyidagilar orqali ifodalanadi. Masalan, zimdan o'rnida yeng ichida, tez oyog'i 6 qo'li 7 kabilar orqali. Shunday qilib leksik sathdagi leksema frazemalarning gradual, antonimik, sinonimik va variant qatorlari tizimi tahlili shuni ko'rsatadiki, ularning shakllanishida muayyan belgining kuchli kuchsizlik, ortiq kamlik darajalari ishtirok etadi. Yuqoridagi tahlillardan kelib shuni xulosa qilish mumkinki, tillarda intensifikatsiya, deintentifikatsiya semantikasi, leksik birliklar maxsus tizimni, ya'ni leksik paradigmasini shakllantira olishi umumlisoniy qonuniyatdir. E'tiborlaring uchun rahmat.
Thank you, Professor. Next, we are honored to welcome Svetlana Batyrbekovna, Senior Lecturer at the English Philology Department, Osh State University, Kyrgyzstan. For now, we invite Ifrah Fayyaz from Multan, Pakistan, affiliated with Ayer University.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear.
Should I start?
Yes, sure.
Okay. So good morning to all the participants, distinguished organizers, professors, and everybody who are listening me here. It's a matter of great honor for me to be present here and talking to you as keynote speaker at this prestigious international conference organized by Konkan State University, Department of English Language and Literature. My name is Ifrah Fayaz. I am a ceramist, research scholar, and columnist by profession. I am a business person and founder of a private organization where we work to preserve the art and craft of past glory. At the same time, I am affiliated with research and have some publications in high-impact journals like Academy of Management. And moreover, I am so happy while interacting you virtually because I came in Kokand in 2022 and had a great experience with beautiful people of Uzbekistan. So I am sharing my screen so that we can start our topic. I think you disabled participant screen sharing. Hello, is there any problem?
Just a second.
Okay.
Yes. Can we show our own presentations?
Yes, no worries. I will start by my own. Okay, no worries. As I know the importance of your time, so I think I should start. Okay.
Yes, you can start now. We are seeing your presentation in our screen.
Okay, thank you so much. So come
You
to
are
the
welcome.
topic. English is the language that brings the world closer. As I told you that my professional background lies outside linguistics, language has been a key part of my journey. As someone who traveled a lot for both artistic collaborations and business purpose, I have experienced English, a language that has become a universal medium in so many sectors. So we can say English as a bridge to the world. In today's world, multilingualism is not just an asset, it's a necessity. So, the modern trends in linguistics and the innovation ways we are now teaching foreign languages, and that should reflect this reality that English has become a universal language, and language education today must go beyond grammar and vocabulary. It should embrace culture impression, practical implication, and technology enable learning to truly prepare learners for the interconnected world we live in. And when we talk about English connections with the culture, because I am very much linked with the culture, so in my perspective, modern trends in linguistics and foreign language teaching, English as universal language is no longer just an academic subject. It is a living, practical tool, whether in cultural exchange, diplomacy, international business, or even artisan collaborations, like I engage in. The way we use and teach languages must involve. So, English and education, when we talk about English as a teaching language, we must focus on three main basic things, like it must be task-based learning, where language is acquired through real-life problem solving. Technology-enhanced teaching, like it is very useful in our apps, virtual classrooms, and AI feedbacks. Cultural integration, helping learners understand how language carries values, customs, and identity. And importantly, language learning for specific contexts such as business English, art communication, or tourism interaction is very important. So it is most important among corporate sectors, not only with corporate sectors, it is most important for students too, because it is considered the language of higher education, and it is helpful when English becomes the primary language of instructions in many top ranking universities worldwide, academic research, textbooks, and journals. So it is essential for students too who wish to pursue higher education in international environment. So access to global resources, like I travel a lot and I met so many people worldwide, and I do business collaborations. I met with students, I met with the professors, university professors, I met with museum owners, and so many, I find out so many cultural differences, but language is very important to communicate and to become a good relationship, to understand the point of view to others. So although we all have our own languages, but only one language must be there to communicate universally. And it is true, no doubt, English has become a universal language. So it is a great source to access the global resources. Like I work with artisans, many of whom come from rural or traditional backgrounds, that I have seen how even basic English skills help them connect with international clients and share the heritage behind their crafts. It empowers them not just in commerce, but in storytelling and identity. So, English today is more than just a language, it is a global connector. We can become good friends. It doesn't replace native languages, but it helps build a common platform where people from different countries, cultures, and industries can meet, understand each other, and grow together. So, of course, every language has its unique beauty. Like, for example, the Uzbek language and my own language, Urdu, has a deep poetic and historical richness. And we all love with our languages, and we must try to keep alive, to preserve, and to spread our own language. But it is vital that, then it is true that when it comes to cross-border communication and development, English continues to serve as a practical bridge to the world, and it has become a reality, so we should accept it and we should learn this. So I must be conclude my conversation. That is, let us move forward by encouraging language learning, not just for academic achievement, but for connection, for economic purpose, to increase or boost our resources, and to global dialogue, business partnerships, and cultural exchange. This is all from my side, and house is open. If anyone can ask a question, I am grateful to Ministry of Higher Education, Science and Innovation of the Republic of Uzbekistan, Kokand State University, Department of English Language and Literature, and all the concerned bodies who give me opportunity to participate here. Thank you so much. Rahmat.
Ifrah, thank you so much for your informative presentation. And our next speaker is Svetlana Baturbekovna, Senior Lecturer at the English Philology Department, Osh State University, Kyrgyzstan. Hmm? Now joining us from Malaysia, we now welcome Dr. Maslin Mohammed Mukhtar from Sultan Idris Education University.
Hi, Assalamualaikum everyone.
Walaikum salam.
Okay, can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes, sure.
All
We
right,
can hear
good. Okay, so I shall begin with my presentation. I hope you allow me to share my PowerPoint slide that is indicated here, host disable participant screen sharing. Is it possible for the host to allow me screen sharing?
Just a minute.
Can you do it now?
No, still host disable participant screen sharing. I've sent a request. Maybe you can allow me to do that.
Yeah, we allowed you to connect your screen.
All right, good. Okay,
Okay.
I've got it already. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so this is my slide.
Yeah, it's visible now.
All right, so it can be seen clearly. Okay,
Yes.
Alhamdulillah. All right. Okay, so in regards with the conference title on what's the theme for the conference? So the theme is modern trends in linguistic and innovative approaches to teaching foreign language. So with that, I have chosen the title Technology in Language Education, a Distraction or a Learning Aid. Okay, so with this, okay, I've come with not a solution, okay, some ways that we can take a look at on how to see technology in two different sides. Okay, so Assalamualaikum and a very good day, everyone. I'm Dr. Mazin from UPSI, or we call it Sultan Idris University of Sultan Idris Education University. Sorry. Okay, it's truly an honor to be here with all of you today. And we live in a time where technology is everywhere in our homes, our pockets, and especially in our classroom. But today we ask an important question. Is technology helping students learn language better, or is it quietly distracting them from mastering communication? Okay, so it's a question that divides opinions. Some argue that technology has opened new worlds with endless resources, global communication, and exciting apps. Others worry that it's chip away at focus, real mastery, and deep understanding. So has it actually improved learning, or does it actually harm it? Maybe it's a bit of both. Okay, so let's take a look. Here's our roadmap today. So first, I'm going to take a look at how technology helps language learners, then how it distracts them, then finally how we can find the balance. Okay, because like most powerful things, it's not about whether we use it, but how we use it. Technology, when you use wisely, can be a superpower for education. It's not just about making lessons flashy, right? It's about opening doors to real-world experiences, tailored learning, and global conversation that once seems impossible. Now, what we are doing now, right? Is just like what we're doing now through Zoom and then through language, English language, we're able to communicate from all people around the world. Okay, it's just under one roof. All right, so today, any learner with a smartphone can access, for example, Netflix, okay, dramas in Spanish, Japanese YouTube vlogs, or French podcasts. Authentic resources like this provide a kind of immersion that textbook alone could not match. Okay, we are no longer limited to our classroom. The world is now just a click away. Technology also brings personalization, apps like Duolingo. I'm sure you heard about Duolingo. And Babel aren't one size fits all. They will adapt based on how you perform. Imagine a language teacher who tracks every mistake you make, then gently reshapes your journey just for you. That's what these tools offer, individualized learning paths at scale. And let's not forget engagement, gamified apps, virtual reality, experiences, interactive quizzes. They turn a learning into play. Motivation once a challenge in language classroom is now reignited through the thrill of competition, badges, leaderboards, and exploration. Perhaps the most beautiful gift of technology is connection. Okay, platforms like Tandem and Hello Talk allow learners to practice with native speakers, real people from every corner of the globe. This isn't just language learning anymore, it's building bridges, okay, like our friend just now mentioned, right? Building bridges across cultures and continents. But of course, every rose has its thorns. Okay, technology also carries real risks for language learners. Risks we need to face honestly. It can make learning superficial. It can encourage shortcuts. It can break our concentration. Notifications, pop-ups, multiple tabs open at once. Our brains now are trained to crave distraction. How can anyone focus deeply on mastering complex grammar when every few minutes something else is fighting for attention? Technology encourages quick answers. Students can instantly translate a sentence, but do they understand the structure, the nuance, and the cultural context? Shallow learning might feel fast, but it's like building a house on the sand. It doesn't last. We also see a rise in academic shortcuts, copying from essay meals, overusing Google Translate. Instead of engaging the beauty of language construction, some learners simply bypass the process. And when we skip the process, we lose the magic. The more we rely on devices to correct our spelling, grammar, even ideas, the weaker our actual skills become. Independent thinking, creativity in language use, problem solving, these are muscles, right? If we don't exercise them, they are a waste. So where do we go from here? We can't reject technology, and we shouldn't. The real task is teaching learners to use it mindfully, to become the masters of the tool, not the servants of it. So how? First, set structure, tag times, not endless open-ended usage. Second, blend traditional and modern methods. Don't throw away what works. Third, teach critical digital literacy. Learners must know when to question and when to dive deeper. Fourth, encourage students to create things like podcasts, video, blogs, instead of just consuming. So they are creating something rather than just take it from what people have created. All right. Technology is like fire. Fire can cook your food or even burn down your house. It's not the tool that decides, it's the user. Let's teach our learners to be wise, courageous, and thoughtful users. As George Couros beautifully said, technology will never replace great teachers, but technology in the hands of great teachers can be transformational. Let's be those transformational teachers. Let's raise a generation of learners who can balance tech and deep learning with grace. Okay? Thank you so much once again. Let's embrace technology, but let's embrace it wisely. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for your insightful presentation on the role of technology in education. Your points about distractions and our reliance on devices were thought-provoking and very relevant. We appreciate your contribution. Thank you so much.
Sure, thank you.
Welcome. Next, we are honored to welcome Svetlana Baturbekovna, Senior Lecturer at the English Philology Department, Osh State University, Kyrgyzstan. Huh? Yeah, probably you forgot turning on your microphone. Svetlana Baturbekovna, your microphone is turned off. Please, can you turn on? Can, can you hear us? If you can, please text message. Hmm? Because of technical issues. Hmm? شنو دوريني؟ Hmm. Because of some technical issues. Now we are giving the turn to our next speaker, Isroilova Irodaxon Shavkatjon qizi, also a first year master student at the same university.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Iroda Israilova, and now I'm going to share some of my information that I have found during our studies. Presently, we are studying at the Kyiv University, which is situated in the Namangan. And recently, we have discovered that during the lessons, we have learned about so many informations and so many books that we have learned and get information. And recently, we have found out about the Alif, which is not really new to the literature. From the beginning of my speech, that I would like to inform that during the studies, we have learned about our literature and our Uzbek history, and we found it kind of useless because seems to us like useless things because we are teaching English and we have to know about everything which is related to the English. But at the same time, that I have found that our knowledge related to the Uzbek history is really
I couldn't
essential.
turn on the microphone.
Because we are kind of should be informed about our history as well, while learning other cultures' history and anything about the related to the study. And I have encouraged kind of information which is the Alif. And Paulo Coelho wrote the Aleph book, and in his book he described kind of eternity by the symbolism of Aleph, which is not new to our own history, because in the Sufism we know about Aleph, which is the belief to the creator and his unity. We know about it, and from before their book, I would like to share that. Please. First of all, what is Aleph? Aleph is the letter which came from the Gabriel letter, and is here you can see the Aleph is the first letter of the Semitic abjad, including Hebrew Aleph, and the shape is like this, and Arabic Aleph, which is not new to our society, and Slovak Zizek theory. Aleph is a framework for understanding the themes of infinity and unity of our Creator. And the next slide, it is the shape of the Aleph, which is Gabriel in a Gabriel letter, and the next is Aleph kind of described as a symbolism, and it's described by the three people like such as Mashrab and George Louis and Paulo Coelho. From in other cultures, they know about George Louis and they know about Paulo Coelho because they're all very popular with their books and with their everything, but they don't know about our Mashrab, which is the famous Sufi and the developer of the Sufism, and he is well known by his poem, but his literature is still not be learned by the scholars, and it still need to be learned because we don't know about much about them, and his all of the poems are not really learned as still, but through their through his ghazals, we know about the Aleph, who already discovered the Aleph symbolism before George and before Puello. And that's the thing which I would like to share with you. And this information should be spread all over the scholars. Everyone should know about our Mashrab before George and before Paulo, because Mashrab lived in 17th century. And next slide. Here's the kind of books which is not all of the ghazals is published. And next. Here is his ghazals, which is not really translated to the English version, and you can see that I received the message from Law Macan, which is the thing. And what should I do with this place? Everyone is strange except for one God, Mashraba. If this is a flower of my hand, and what should I do with this stone? From the poem, you can see the highlighted words was written in Arabic letter Aleph. By using this, the poet described as a place out of the time, which is all of the three nominant people described the same things, which is equal to the eternity and infinity. Next one. And this Lord Louis Borges book, in his book he described that he is the well-known writer, which is popular with his short stories. In his short story, he represents the Aleph, and he represented Aleph as a place which is not, which is cannot be found from the end and from the beginning. And the next, and next is Aleph, Paulo, which is written by Paulo Coelho. He is developed the idea of symbol Aleph after the George, and in his Paulo Coelho is well known for his book, which is Alchemist, a very popular book. And the genres of alchemist and Aleph is the same. I highly suggest writing this book as well, because it's full of recognition and everything metaphysical experience is described in his books. And to To conclude, three of the well-known writers represent the aleph as a symbol, which is represents the infinity and eternity. And this is the end of my slide. Thank you for attention. And I would like to say that you should encourage our pupils to that they should learn our literature and they should learn our history as well, because it's very essential. Thank you for attention.
Yes, now Svetlana Bakirbekovna is online. Yes. A senior lecturer at the English Philology Department, Osh State University, Kyrgyzstan.
Do you hear me now?
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah. Good morning, dear professors, teaching staff, guests, and dear students of the Kakan State University. Thank you very much for inviting me to the international conference. It is clear that much work, a lot of hard work and dedication went into planning it. But before, I would like to show the video about our university. Let me show it. Промо-ролик. Университетде.
We can't hear the video now.
Өчір мен президент. This was a video about our university. Thank you very much for watching it. Çok üçür. Üçür. Презентацияның. Do you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. Yeah. And I quite agree with the words of one American historian, Edward Hale, who said once that coming together is a beginning, keeping together is progress, working together is success. And so the topic of my presentation is the concept of the American dream in American literature and how Kyrgyz and Uzbek people view the American dream. Next. The American dream is huge in American literature. And the concept of the American dream has been a central theme in American literature, thus reflecting the nation's ideals and complexities of its societal all realities. Broadly, the American dream embodies the belief that anyone, regardless of their background, can achieve success, prosperity, and upward mobility through hard work and determination. It is closely tied to ideals like freedom, prosperity, equality, and opportunity. The phrase American dream is often attributed to historian James Adams in his book, The Epic of America, where he defined it as the idea that life should be better and richer for everyone with opportunities for each person. The American dream in literature usually stands for hope, ambition, freedom, and success, but it also shows disillusionment, corruption, and loss when the dream doesn't come true. It is one of the core themes that American writers explore two questions. What does success really mean? Who gets to achieve it? Is the dream even real or is it an illusion? In early American writing, the dream was about new beginnings and religious or personal freedom. It was Benjamin Franklin. In his autobiography, he showed the dream as self-made success through hard work and discipline. Then it was Walt Whitman, who in his novel Leaves of Grass, where he celebrated individual freedom and limitless potential in America. And later on, it was Toni Morrison, an African-American writer, who explored how societal beauty stands destroy Black identity. This is a different kind of shattered American dream. And then 20th century writers, this period is darker. The writers show that the dream can fail and corrupt people. Key literary works and authors are Francis Scott Fitzgerald in his novel The Great Gatsby and Theodore Dreiser's novel American Tragedy. Theodore Dreiser's novel American Tragedy, really it is a perfect novel which explores the dark sides of the American dream. Key ways the American dream shows up are belief. So these are positive sides. The positive sides are belief in social mobility, desire for a better life, dream of freedom and love. And negative sides are desperation to succeed, leads to crimes very often, obsession with wealth and image corrupts, and rigid class divisions destroy real happiness. In an American tragedy, the American dream becomes a death sentence for Clyde Griffiths, and the novel warns that blind ambition, materialism, and a class-divided society make the dream impossible and deadly for many. The American dream in literature starts optimistic, becomes tragic, and finally becomes a complicated and multi-layered idea today. And now, how do Kyrgyz and Uzbek people view the American dream? To many Kyrgyz and Uzbek individuals, the American dream represents the aspiration for economic stability, personal freedom, and improved prospects for their families. But they also understand that it is not guaranteed and it can clash with their traditions. However, the journey toward achieving this dream often involves significant challenges and complexities. Many are well educated and seek to leverage their skills in the United States to attain financial stability and personal growth. Women, in particular, emphasize the importance of their children's well being and the pursuit of personal freedom in education and employment. While some Kyrgyz and Uzbek people enter the United States through official channels like the green card, others undertake perilous journeys via Latin America, often using Russian passports to facilitate travel. And these routes can involve significant risks very often, including exploitation and legal uncertainties. Pursuit has led to undertake orders journeys, including traversing through multiple countries to reach the United States. Many Uzbek and Kyrgyz people see America as a land of huge possibilities, better jobs, higher education, and personal freedoms compared to the more limited opportunities at home, and the American dream is tied mostly to financial success. The idea of earning in dollars, owning a house, running a business sounds very appealing compared to local economical struggles. But some are skeptical. They know that the American dream is not automatic. They hear about inequality, about racism, expensive healthcare, and immigration challenges in the United States. And so the first conclusion is that there is a more realistic view to it, and it is not a paradise, it's a place where you still have to hustle and face difficulties. Despite the allure of the American dream, many Kyrgyz and Uzbek migrants encounter unforeseen obstacles upon arrival in the United States. Economic hardships, cultural adjustments, and legal uncertainties can temper initial optimism. But still, many Kyrgyz and Uzbek people have successfully established new lives in the United States, thus contributing to various sectors, including healthcare, business, academia. And these journeys reflect resilience and adaptability in the pursuit of the American dream. But despite some aspirations, our immigrants may face the challenges such as language barriers, cultural adjustments, and financial stress. Some also experience discrimination and difficulties in navigating the United States legal and social systems. The second conclusion is about the American literature. The American dream has been one of the most powerful and enduring ideas in the American literature, symbolizing hope, freedom, self-made success, and the pursuit of happiness, but it is often shown as deeply flawed. Early authors celebrated the dream's promise of opportunity and new beginnings, but later literature, especially in the 20th century, exposed its darker sides like materialism, inequality, disillusionment, and the harsh realities of social barriers. Writers like Francis Scott Fitzgerald and Theodore Dreiser reveal how ambition can lead to disillusionment, to corruption, and tragedy. Literature teaches us that the dream is not easily achieved and often comes at a great personal cost. It remains a powerful symbol of both aspiration and struggle in American life. Today, the American dream in literature continues to evolve, reflecting a broader and lies very broad and more critical view of who really gets to achieve it and at what cost. American writers use the dream not just to tell stories of success, but to explore deeper truth about identity, belonging, and the human need for meaning. American literature shows that the American dream is not a guaranteed promise, but a struggle full of hope, but also full of heartbreak. It teaches us that the dream is not easily achieved and often comes at a great personal cost. It remains a powerful symbol of both aspiration and struggle in American life. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you for your engaging presentation on the concept of the American dream in literature. Your exploration of its evolution, historical roots, and darker aspects offered deep insight into a complex cultural idea and thoughtful comparison of how Uzbek and the Kyrgyz people perceive opportunities in America added a valuable cross-cultural perspective. We truly appreciate your insightful ideas. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now let us invite Muhammad Isa Khoshimov, a third-year student of the Faculty of Philology, currently study in Poland throughout Erasmus.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's conference. My name is Muhammad Saq Hashimov, a student at Faculty of Foreign Philology of Kokan State University. Currently, I am studying at Faculty of Pedagogy and Adam Mickiewicz University in Poland, ranked among the top 3 universities in the country through the Erasmus Plus program. Today, I will try to deliver my speech as briefly and clearly as possible. And with your kind permission, I would also like to share some of my impression in Uzbek at the end of my talk. Speech title, The Role of Innovation in English Language Teaching and the Future Threat of English, a perspective from the European education system. Good morning again, the estimated guests, colleagues, and fellow educators. It was an honor and a responsibility to stand before you today to discuss a topic that lies at the heart of our global interconnectedness, the role of innovation in English language teaching, and the potential future challenges that English as a global language might face. Language is not just a tool of communication, it is a bridge between cultures, a vehicle for ideas, and a foundation for opportunity. In today's rapidly changing world, innovation in English language teaching is not a luxury, it is a necessity. Across Europe, we see clear trend. Classrooms are becoming more interactive. Digital platforms are replacing outdated textbooks. And AI-powered tools are helping tailor lessons to each student's unique needs. This is transforming language learning from a passive activity into an engaging, personalized experiences. However, there is a looming question: what is the future of English as a global lingua franca? As other languages like Mandarin, Spanish, and Arabic gain influence in economic and politics, some scholars question whether English will retain its dominant position. Now let us reflect on the situation in Uzbekistan over the past decade. Tremendous progress has been made in promoting English language education. Yet challenges remain, lack of access to modern teaching tools, insufficient teacher training, and rural or urban disparities hinder progress. In contrast, many European countries have integrated English into everyday learning through immersive experiences, early education, and digital innovation. So what can we do? The solution lies in combining innovation with inclusivity. Uzbekistan can benefits from adapting European models such as teacher exchange programs and continuous professional development. Second one, introduction of digital classrooms even in rural areas, encouraging project-based learning and communicative method over rote memorization. And I have some comparison. European education system focus on long-term skill development and critical thinking and multilingual competence. Uzbekistan is taking meaningful steps, but the catch up, the focus must shift from simply teaching about English to enabling students to live in English through real life application and international exposures. And also in conclusion, to conclude, innovation is not just about using technology. It is about transforming mindsets. The future of English in global education depends on how well we adapt our methods, integrate cultural understanding, and prepare students not just to pass exam but to participate in global dialogue. Let us ensure that our classrooms, whether in Tashkent or Tallinn, inspire learners to be not only bilingual but also globally minded citizens. And thank you. Today I will try daily speak and briefly and clearly. And with your kind permission, I would also like to share some my impression in Uzbek at the end of my talk. Assalomu alaykum hurmatli Qo'qon davlat pedagogika universitetining hurmatli ustozlari va bugungi konferensiya ishtirokchilari. Bugun oz bo'lsa-da o'z nutqim bilan ishtirok etdim. Hozir o'zbek tilida universitetimiz faoliyati va ustozlari uchun ozgina o'zimda minnatdorchiligimni bildirmoqchiman. Ayni daqiqalarda Yevropa davlatida grant asosida tahsil olmoqdaman. Buning uchun men Qo'qon davlat universitetining barcha professor o'qituvchilariga va menga yaqindan yordam bergan xorijiy filologiya fakultetining barcha kafedralariga, ya'ni Farhodjon Muhammadjonov, Farhodjon domla boshchiligidagi barcha ustozlarga, Vasila va Xobunda boshchiligidagi barcha ustozlarga va Ahmad Rahmatov boshchiligidagi barcha ustozlarga o'z minnatdorchiligimni bildiraman. Bular menga mana shu 3 yil davomida juda ham ko'p bilimlar berishdi, to'g'ri yo'l ko'rsatishdi va mana shu orttirilgan tajriba va ko'nikmalar orqali o'z muvaffaqiyatlarimga erishib kelmoqdaman. Va mana shu Yevropa eshiklarining ochilishida menga asosiy sababchilari bo'lgan, menga Yevropa eshigining kalitlarini taqdim etgan Saboxon ustozga juda ham katta bir minnatdorchiligimni bildirmoqchiman, chunki shu inson sababli aynan hozir men Yevropadaman. Yevropa universitetlarida tahsil olyapman va menga juda ham katta qulayliklar taqdim etdi, juda ham katta grant, katta xalqaro tajriba, xalqaro do'stlar va xalqaro bilim. Yana bir masalan, men juda ham bir Yevropani aylanish sayohat baxtiga muyassar bo'ldim. Hozirgi kunda men bir haftalik sayohatga chiqqanman, ya'ni ana shu do'stlarimiz bilan birgalikda. Ayni daqiqalarda men kecha kuni Chexiya Respublikasi, Chexiyani Praga shahrida edim. Bugun esa Avstriyani Vena shahridaman va sayohatlarimiz hali davom etadi. Shu sababdan biroz noqulayliklar yoki texnik uzilishlar yoki nimadirlar bo'lgan bo'lsa, juda ham uzr so'ramoqchiman, chunki hozirgi ozgina nimalar ulgura olmay qoldim. Lekin albatta mana shu tajribalarimni, juda ham katta tajribalarga ega bo'lyapman. Juda ham katta Yevropa O'zbekiston ta'lim sistemasidagi taqqoslashlar va ular o'rtasidagi kamchiliklar va qanday qilib ularni to'g'rilash yo'llarini nima desa bo'ladi, yangi tajribalarni olib boraman va u yerda qo'llashga va'da beraman va bundan tashqari universitetimizni nufuzini oshirishda xalqaro top 1000talik, top 500talik universitetlar qatorida joy olishga qo'limdan kelgancha harakat qilaman va keyingi semestrdan bugun men bitta bo'lsam, keyingi semestrda ko'plab do'stlarimiz, ko'proq talabalarni bu yerga kelishiga, Yevropa universitetlari tahsil olishiga qo'limdan kelgancha yordam beraman. E'tiboringiz uchun rahmat va keyingi konferensiyalarda ko'rishguncha xayr. Thank you.
Thank you, Muhammad Hashimov, for your thoughtful presentation and innovation in the European education system. Your insights were both valuable and relevant. Our next speaker is Wahidova Tamanna Saidjanovna from Kokand University, pursued her master's degree at the International Islamic University, Malaysia.
Assalamu alaikum and good day, dear colleagues, teachers, and maybe future co-workers, as our students here. I'm so pleased to be presenting here and feeling nostalgic at such magnificent university, where I feel nostalgic and excited to be among such good team and colleagues. Thank you for invitation. Now I'm about to present my research study. I'm actually Wahidova Tamanna Saidjanovna from Kokand University, World Languages Department. Next slide, please. My topic is research topic. Actually, I'm conducting research in comparative linguistics, titled Discursive, Strategic, and Linguocultural Aspects of Internet Communication in English and Uzbek. I consider that this topic is being so trendy in linguistic studies. Next one. And why to study this particular topic is because I searched a lot, the literature review and all the trending linguistic topics. And based on my research, I have set 3 main problems and questions. Actually, there were so many, and I have tried to simplify it into 3 main ones. The first one, cultural identity in digital communication, where the different shapes and cultures are highlighted in throughout different languages. Especially, I have particularly focused more on the English, Russian, and Uzbek languages. And secondly, strategic language used in online contexts. We know that the difference is so huge among nations and their linguistic language choice, and also linguistic evolution in the digital age. So if we focus on the language use throughout the digital platforms, it is mainly seen in different social media. Next one, please. So based on the questions, I have stated problem statement. What discursive strategies do English and Uzbek speakers use in internet communication? How do cultural values influence the way of people communicate online in English and Uzbek? In what ways do phenomena like code switching, transliteration, and the use of culturally specific expressions reveal linguistic identity, globalization, and cross-cultural interaction in English and Uzbek digital contexts? Next one, please. To conduct my research, I have selected few more methodologies. First one, comparative approach, where I analyze internet communication across 3 languages, including English, Russian, and Uzbek. Second one, data sources. To conduct this method, I focused more on academic articles, online texts, and case studies from social media platforms, where also blogosphere is mainly coming to the context. Next one, mixed method, qualitative and quantitative. Yeah. And to conduct this research based on this methodology, I have created theoretical framework based on Haring's model of computer-mediated discourse, and I applied this framework to Uzbek and Russian internet contexts for comparative insight or analysis. And there are so many valuable research and literature review online. And the literature revealed notable linguistic and socio-cultural differences in internet discourse across English, Russian, and Uzbek languages. The findings from literature are grouped into 3 general topics shown in the site. In the first one, English internet communication and language development. This is in terms of English internet discourse. When it comes to Russian internet discourse, it is more focused on linguistic identity and more synonyms and neologisms. The third one is Uzbek internet communication and cultural integration, where we are specified into more terminology and adaptation to online communication. 7. So if we focus on English internet discourse, we can see that it is missing anyway. So the difference between the abbreviations and also where people communicate with each other in different types of dialects and mostly on social media memes and what to call the and next one. And Russian online platforms are seen with their internet discourse standing out for their use of synonyms, neologisms. Okay. And neologisms and identity markers illustrating the creative and adaptive nature of the language in virtual contexts. And next one. And when it comes to Uzbek internet discourse, it is much more different from the 2 above. And why? Because it is characterized by efforts to adapt terminology, debate surrounding language purity, and the localization of global platforms, demonstrating the cultural and linguistic negotiations within a developing digital environment. So we can see the Uzbek context is much more different and more vibrating because it is still considered to be one of the most newest and trending topic in the linguistic research. And we can conclude that study of internet communication in English and Russian Uzbek underscores the transformative impact of digital discourse on language. Also, it involves a few more highlights: new linguistic forms, adaptation of foreign terminology, emergence of new communication strategies. And these changes reshape traditional language norms and offer challenges in maintaining linguistic standards, opportunities for innovation and cross-cultural exchange. Future research should explore effects of language acquisition, especially in cultural. This is a brief, and I'm in the beginning of the way, so any questions are welcome. Thank you.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Hello, can you hear me? Good morning.
Yes, we can hear you. I can almost now. Yes, we can hear you. Good morning.
Okay. My name is Samira Rabi Musa from Nigeria, and I have been listening to some of the presentations earlier, and I have at least caught some things from the first speaker who spoke about the American dream and what it really means to the Uzbekistans, and the second speaker who spoke about linguistic parameters to learning language. I must first say it's a pleasure to be amongst you all. Please let me know when you don't hear me clearly.
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Okay, thank you. So moving forward, without wasting much of your time, I would like to start to talk about the new innovations in learning language, most especially the foreign language, in learning foreign language. As we may all know, there is learning a foreign language and there is learning a second language. So learning language in these two aspects can pose a problem, especially because this language is not our mother tongue. When we're learning a language and sorry, let me take a look at how I can share my camera so you can see me, although it's quite early in my country now, so video share. Give me a minute, please. Okay. So I don't know if you have the presentation slides. I have the document, but I don't know how to share. So, okay, I think I can do that from here. So give me a minute to share the documents before we move on, okay?
Okay.
All right. Uh-oh. The document type is not supported, so I'll just maybe share the link in the chat if you can all open it and just follow from there. Is that okay?
Yes, you can send.
Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry about the glitch.
No problem.
Sorry about the I was about to share the file before it went off. So I'll try to do that, but I'll continue talking whilst doing that so I don't waste much of your time. So like I was saying earlier, teaching of language can be in two forms. It's maybe a second language, or you'll be teaching the language as a foreign language. So irrespective of which you are doing, because it is not the original language of the target students or learners, it usually poses problems because we have the mother tongue interference, we have interference from local communities, and all of that. So this has bettered a lot of methodologies that linguists and scholars has worked on to help to to help give us insights on how to best teach these learners the second language. So traditional methods are the way back methods that have been used to teach the students, traditional methods that include direct translation, grammar, rules, a lot of structure. So those methods, they worked for a bit, but with the innovations and the pace at which digital learning has grown over the years, it has become very important for us to include these digital learning platforms or skills or digital learning tools into the second language learning to ease the learning process. A lot of these digital tools, as you may already know, are working very well in helping people learn not just one language, but even two languages at a time. For example, we have this app known as Duolingo. The app Duolingo is an app that helps you learn a lot of languages, multiple languages, such that you can learn two languages at the same time. And it helps you to get conversant with the words of this language without having to bore you with the structure or the rules or the grammatical settings of this language. Mind you, I am not saying that the traditional methods of teaching a second language or a foreign language should be totally cut off. No. What we are trying to say here is the traditional methods should be merged with the current trends of using digital tools to make the lessons more enjoyable and to make the teaching, the learning of the language a little more friendly and not too strict. You will agree with me that the traditional methods of teaching a language is usually very cumbersome, and at the end of the day, it appears as if it is too difficult. I teach some Japanese students online, and the complaint they always have is English language is too difficult. Yeah, they always say this because it is too rule governed. You have to do it this way, you have to do it. And every language has their unique rules, right? Every language has a unique rule to how they structure their sentences, their phrases, and how they express themselves. So it poses a problem when you're learning a foreign language, because it becomes all like you're learning a language from the scratch. And so this poses a problem. So let's take a look at some of these methods and approaches that can be used, the modern methods that can be used for learning a foreign language. The first is the technology-enhanced language learning. Here, digital tools are used to learn language by providing personalized learning experiences. Like I mentioned earlier, there is an app known as Duolingo. It helps with learning foreign languages, a lot of foreign languages like Arabic, Japan, French, Spanish, and what have you. All right. So additionally, there's the use of the virtual reality. This can be used to learn language too. Then we have the immersive and content-based instruction. So these immersive programs are very, very important in learning a foreign language. So here instructions are used entirely using the foreign language that is being learned. All right, so they combine the language study with subjects like history or science, making the learning contextual. At least it wouldn't be that somebody is just bringing rules and just telling you, oh, the verb has to come before the noun has to come before the verb, or the adjective has to come after the noun, and all of that. Nobody is giving you those rules. You are just basically learning the language purely because it is the language that is being used for you. And then we have the use of games in learning a foreign language. This is very important too. Gamification is an aspect of learning a foreign language that takes you from 0 to like 50% in learning the language, because this is you doing something you love, which is playing games, and then you're using it to learn as you go. There are a lot of apps for this, like we have the Kahoot, we have Quizlet Live, we have so many other apps like this that become, because we cannot escape the fact that youths these days just want something to do with the internet, something to do with social media, something to do with games, something they can play with rather than read. So why not include this learning into that game that they love to play? They can do two things at the same time. This is one aspect of digital learning that can be infused into foreign language learning and that will yield a lot of good results. Then we have this method we use here in Nigeria, which is the traditional method of learning, which it combines students of different languages, because in Nigeria, it's a multicultural country, it's a multilingual country with over 250 million people and over 250 languages spoken around the globe. So in most of our learning situations, you find a mix of cultures, a mix of languages in the same learning environment. So we use this as an advantage by combining the students of different languages and then making them interact or translate different aspects of their language into the other person's language. And by so doing, they learn the vocabulary of the other language, which is the foreign language. And in this case, even the teacher gets to learn some languages of her students or his students while doing this. So we have a lot of this learning platforms that helps the second language learning or the foreign language learning. And also what I suggest, the suggestion is that a blend of the traditional forms of learning and the digital forms of learning should give us more yield or a better result in learning a foreign language. Thank you so much. I'll be concluding here. If you have any questions or you have concerns concerning the suggestion, you can just let me know and I'll give insights as much as I can. Thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. That was really clear. And thank you for your informative presentation on digital learning tools, your insights on apps like Duolingo, and the role of gamification through platforms like Kahoot and Quizlet highlighted engaging ways to support language learning. We appreciate your contribution. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. Next, we invite Sadiqova Shahnoza Shuhrat Qızı, doctoral student at Kokan State University.
Assalomu alaykum, hurmatli ilmiy jamoa a'zolari, ustozlar va tinglovchilar. Bugungi ma'ruza mavzusi turli tizimdagi tillar badiiy matnida gender xususiyatlariga bag'ishlangan bo'lib, unda til, madaniyat va gender orasidagi uzviy bog'liqliklar badiiy matnlar asosida tahlil qilinadi. Tadqiqotimda o'zbek, ingliz va rus tillaridagi badiiy matnlar asosida ayollar va erkaklar nutqidagi o'ziga xos xususiyatlarni o'rganishga e'tibor qaratganman. Tadqiqotim maqsadi turli til va madaniyatlarda genderga xos ifoda vositalarini o'ziga xos xususiyatlarni o'rganishga va til birliklari va nutq stereotiplarini aniqlashdan iboratdir. Gender lingvistikasi g'arb tilshunosligida 20-asrning ikkinchi yarmidan boshlab shakllangan bo'lsa, o'zbek tilshunosligida bu yo'nalish nisbatan yangi hisoblanadi va bu borada hali izchil va keng qamrovli tadqiqotlar soni cheklangandir. Tilni gender asosida tahlil qilishda 3 asosiy yo'nalishlar belgilangan. Ular leksik, grammatik va pragmatik darajalardir. Grammatik jihatdan ayrim tillarda mavjud gender kategoriyalari mavjud. Masalan, rus va nemis tillarida. O'zbek tilida esa bunday ajratma ajratilmagan, ammo leksik va pragmatik jihatdan gender farqlari seziladi. Masalan, ingliz tilida waiter va waitress so'zlari genderga qarab farqlansa, o'zbek tilida bu farqlar ko'pincha gapdagi kontekst orqali aniqlanadi. Bu holat o'zbek tilida gender neytralligining mavjudligini ifodalaydi. Pragmatik jihatdan esa ayollar va erkaklar nutqlaridagi farqlari, birinchi ayollarda ko'proq emotsional ohanglar beriladigan bo'lsa, erkaklarda bu informativ urg'u beriladi. Bu borada bundan tashqari gender lingvistikasi til va madaniyat o'rtasidagi o'zaro bog'liqliklarni ham o'rganadi va bunda tilning faqat grammatik va leksik jihatlarini emas, balki madaniy kontekstda shakllangan ijtimoiy rollarni ham inobatga oladi. Masalan, amerikalik yozuvchi, lingvistika bo'yicha professor, Georgetown universiteti professori Deborah Tannen o'zining You Just Don't Understand kitobida ayollar va erkaklar nutqidagi tafovutlarni farqli madaniyatlar deb tushuntiradi. Men and women grow up in a different cultures, like immigrants from two different countries. O'zbek madaniyatida esa erkaklar va ayollar orasidagi ijtimoiy rollari va an'anaviy oilaviy tuzilma, diniy qarashlar va milliy qadriyatlar uning nutqiy til birliklarini ifodalaydi. Quyidagi misollar orqali so'zlarimga dalillar keltiriladi. Misol uchun, Oybekning Nur qal'asi romanidan keltirilgan parchada ona obraziga xos mehr-muhabbat ifodasi bilan boyitilgan, ayollarga xos duoli, iltifotli ifodalar orqali ona mehrining yuksak darajadagi og'zaki ifodasi namoyon bo'ladi. Bundan tashqari, Said Ahmadning Jimjitlik asaridan olingan parchada erkaklarga xos bo'lgan mas'uliyat, qat'iylik, so'zining ortida turish kabi mantiqiy va rasmiy ifodalar ko'rsatib berilgan, qisqa, lo'nda va filga yo'naltirilgan gaplar berib o'tilgan. Bundan keyingi misolimizda Abdulla Qahhorning Og'riq tishlar hikoyasidan parcha olingan bo'lib, bunda erkaklarga xos qat'iylik va buyruq ohangi keltirilgan. Erkaklar nutqida ko'p uchraydigan nasihatga moyillik, chidamli bo'lishga chaqiriq mavjud. Cho'lponning Kecha va kunduz romanidan Yodgor obrazidan olingan parchada esa erkaklarning o'ziga ishonch, ma'naviy qattiqlik va erkaklik mezonlarini ta'riflash yotadi. Nutqda didaktik ohang seziladi. Gender xoslanish, ya'ni muayyan genderga xos til va nutq vositalarining namoyon bo'lishi quyidagi jahon adabiyotidan parchalar orqali ham yoritib beriladi. Misol uchun, Jane Austenning Pride and Prejudice romanida ayol obrazi Elizabeth Bennet tomonidan ijro etilgan bo'lib, uning nutqida muloyimlik, taxmin qilishga moyillik so'zlar bilan ijtimoiy muvozanatni saqlashga intilish yaqqol ko'zga tashlanadi. Bundan tashqari erkak obrazida ham Mr. Darcy obrazi uning nutqida qat'iylik va ishonchlilik bilan ajralib turadi. U ko'proq aniq va keskin iboralar ishlatish orqali beriladi. Keyingi misolimizda Rus adabiyoti vakili Lev Tolstoyning Urush va tinchlik romanidan olingan parchalar keltirilgan bo'lib, bunda ayollarga xos nutq birliklari Natasha Rostovaning obrazida shakllantiriladi. Natasha obrazida ayollarga xos sezgirlik, emotsional ifoda va noziklik yaqqol ko'rinadi. Bundan tashqari erkaklarga xos nutq birliklari knyaz Andrey Balkonskiy obrazida keltiriladi. Andrey obrazida erkaklarga xos qat'iyat, hissiyotlarni yashirish va analitik yondashuv ko'rinadi. Masalan, u urushni shunday ta'riflaydi: urush bu shunchaki shaxmat emas. Bu yerda har bir harakatning cheksiz o'ylab bo'lmaydi. Vaqt sharoitlari mavjud. Yana bir muhim jihat gender stereotiplarining lingva madaniy ifodalanishidir. Bularni quyidagi misollar orqali ifodalanadi. O'zbek tili matnlarida ayol yuragi nozik, ingliz tilida esa a soft spoken woman. Rus matnlarida bu женское сердце не понять kabi iboralar ayol obrazlarining madaniy stereotiplaridan asoslangan ifodasidir. Erkaklarga xos bo'lgan jumlalar esa erkak gapidan qaytmaydi. Ingliz tilida a man of his word, rus tilida esa настоящий mujik kabi birikmalar gender stereotipini lingvistik darajada aks ettiradi. Xulosa qilib aytganda, badiiy matnlar genderga xos til xususiyatlarini nafaqat grammatik jihatdan, balki madaniy, emotsional va ijtimoiy kontekst orqali ham aks ettiriladi. Bunda ayol nutqi asosan hissiy, mulohazali va nozik ifodali ko'rsatilsa, erkak nutqi buyruqona, bevosita faoliyatga yo'naltirilgan jumlalar bilan ifodalanadi. Bu esa gender tilshunosligini badiiy tahlili orqali yanada chuqurroq o'rganishga imkon beradi. E'tiboringiz uchun rahmat. Agar mavzuyim yuzasidan savollaring bo'lsa, javob berishga tayyorman. Rahmat.
And finally, we welcome Rahima Ravzakhan, a student of Kalkan State University.
Добрый день, дорогие преподаватели, учителя и студенты. Good afternoon, dear participants and our dear teachers. My topic is почему уровень upper intermediate это ловушка? Why the level of upper intermediate is a trap? For some learners, this level might become a milestone, but для многих изучающих английский язык достижение upper intermediate становится вехой, символизирующей уверенное владение языком. Однако на этом этапе чаще всего наблюдается резкое замедление прогресса, вызывающее внутренний конфликт. С одной стороны, возникает чувство «я уже все знаю», а с другой стороны, понимание, что до свободного владения C1 и C2 еще предстоит много достичь. Why does it feel like we're stuck? И почему же уровень upper intermediate это не пик, а коварная ловушка? Одной из основных причин стагнации на уровне B2 является плато-эффект, феномен, при котором наблюдается значительное снижение темпа овладения новыми структурами и лексикой. For example, you learn a new word, you can use it right away. It doesn't work like that. Однако по мере роста словарного запаса и усложнения грамматического инструментария требуется гораздо больше времени и усилий, чтобы интегрировать новые элементы в речь. Возникает иллюзия стагнации, хотя на самом деле происходит глубокая перестройка языковой системы. Яна. Еще. 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 Кроме того, методики, подходящие для уровней A1 и B1, оказываются неэффективны на стадии B2. Механическое повторение, заучивание стандартных фраз уже не работает. Для того, чтобы перейти на более высокий уровень, такой как C1 и C2, необходимо переходить на уровень такой как conscious learning, то есть осознанное обучение. И следующее. Психологические аспекты. Иллюзия владения и потеря мотивации. На уровне upper intermediate учащиеся нередко попадают в когнитивную ловушку. The illusion of fluency. Я сама была в этой ситуации, потому что когда мне нужно было сдать сертификат IELTS, я уже достигла уровня B2, но произошел небольшой перерыв перед тем, как перейти на уровень C1, потому что создается иллюзия того, что я же уже могу говорить, но для того, чтобы перейти на академический уровень знания английского языка, необходимо приложить немного больше усилий, перейти из зоны комфорта в более экстремальные ситуации, научиться читать более тяжелые тексты. Мотивация на этом уровне также подвержена снижению. Цель выучить язык кажется достигнутой, а новая цель овладеть языком как носитель уже становится какой-то невозможной. Также есть такая цитата, как «Without clear goals, learners drift». Был у меня определенный goal, то есть получить сертификат. Я его достигла, дальше уже нечего. Приходится ставить уже другие цели, такие как научиться понимать художественные тексты, переводить их, научиться говорить с носителями языка с ними на одном уровне. Еще. Еще. Как выйти из ловушки upper intermediate? Преодоление B2 застоя требует осознанного и стратегического подхода. Вот, как я уже до этого сказала, от «хочу говорить» к, например, «хочу анализировать художественные тексты», вести деловую переписку, участвовать в научных дискуссиях. Особую роль играет повышение уровня языковой осознанности, language awareness, понимание структур контекста, стилей и регистров речи, использование аутентичных материалов, работа с обратной связью, feedback. Целенаправленная эссе и дискуссия помогает выйти за пределы выученного, перейти к живому владению языку. Следующее. Заключение. Еще, Яна. Уровень upper intermediate представляет собой не финишную прямую, а переходную зону между базовой компетенцией и подлинной свободой владения английским языком. Он опасен своей внешней завершенностью, скрывающей глубинные пробелы. Осознанность, адаптивные стратегии и работа с языком на уровне содержания и формы позволяют преодолеть это плато. Только преодолев ловушку B2, учащийся может вступить в мир истинного языкового мастерства, там, где fluency meets precision. Thank you for your attention.
As we come to the conclusion of this remarkable international scientific and practical conference, I would like to express on behalf of the organizing committee and the Colgan State University our deepest gratitude to each and every one of you. We are especially grateful to our esteemed speakers and contributors. Your dedication and expertise have made this event not only successful, but also impactful. We hope the ideas shared here will inspire further research, collaboration, and advancement in our respective fields. To our international participants and guests, thank you for joining us and for strengthening academic ties beyond borders. Your response has added great value to this conference. We also extend our sincere thanks to the rector of Colgan State University, the organizing team, technical staff, and volunteers whose efforts made this event possible. Dear participants, we have now come to the rewarding ceremony. a moment to recognize the valuable contributions of our speakers. I kindly invite Associate Professor, Docent Vasila Vahovna to lead this part of the event. Please welcome her.
Assalomu alaykum, hurmatli konferensiya mehmonlari, aziz qatnashchilar, hurmatli spikerlar. Avvalambor hammalaringni qimmatli vaqtlaringni ayamasdan shu konferensiyaga uzoqdan kelgan mehmonlarimizga, Zoomda ishtirok etgan ishtirokchilarimiz hammasiga minnatdorchilik bildiraman. Bunaqangi konferensiyalar bizni nafaqat ilmiy jihatdan, balki ma'naviy jihatdan o'sishimizga ham yordam beradi bular. Mana shu yerda olinadigan bilimlar va beriladigan ma'lumotlarning hammasi bizni shaxs sifatida o'sishimizga yordam beradi. Bunaqangi konferensiyalarda ishtirok etishdan, bunaqangi konferensiyalarda nutq so'zlashdan qochmaslik kerak. Bu faqat va faqat bizga yutuq sifatida xizmat qiladi. Vaqtimiz chegaralanganligi munosabati bilan juda ham ichimda ko'p his hayajonlar, ko'p sizlarga chiroyli tilaklarim bor, lekin mana shularimizni ruxsat bersalaring sertifikatlarimiz orqali ifoda etsak va ishtirokchilarimizga sertifikatlarimizni taqdim etsak. Xo'p. Okay, certificate of participation. This certificate is proudly presented to our presenter Najmiddinov Ahmad Rahmatovich. Ahmad Rahmatovich speaker sifatida bordilar. Vaqtimiz Zoomimiz chegaralangancha Ahmad Rahmatovichga o'zimizniki xafa bo'lmang deb ruxsat bermadik. O'shaning uchun to'plamda Ahmad Rahmatovichni chiroyli nimalarini, maqolalari bilan bemalol tanishib chiqishlar mumkin bo'ladi. Tabriklaymiz Ahmad Rahmatovich. Ahmad Rahmatovich. Ozgina presenter bilan bor. Okay. Vohidova Tamanno Solijonovna. Halol rasmga olib turing. Mehmonlar yo'qmi? Ho'kizlarga. To'xtamirodova Dilnura. Sizlarga ham rahmat. Universitetga bizni nomimizdan ham tashakkurimizni bildirib qo'yasizlar. Sobirova Gulhayo. Noizimova Sevara. Speaker qizimizga. Isroilova Irodaxon. Sadiqova Shahnoza. Молодец, Shahnoz. Bunaqangi ommachilik gapirishga tayyor bo'lib turing. Xudo xolasa, himoyalarda ham. Rahmat. Oz qoldi, Xudo xolasa. Rahimova Ro'zaxon. Isaqova Zilolaxon Zokirovna. Ha, endi ruxsat bermadik-da o'zimiz. Rahmat, vaqtimiz chegaralanganligi bo'lib qoldi-da. Muhammadjonova Fazilatxon. Keling, oling, qabul qilib oling. Va Tirkashev Dilshodjon. Dilshodjon chiqib ketib qoldimi? Ha. Bo'ldi. Dilshodjonga taqdim qo'yasiz. Ustozlar, sizlarga ham katta rahmat, tashkilotchilarga, ayniqsa Akbar va Ruxsoraxonga, doktorantimiz shuncha kafedrani harakatlarini hammasini yugur-yugurlarini bo'ynlariga olib, shunaqangi bir ko'tarinki ruhda, ayniqsa do'mbirachilaringizga 5 baho. Juda ham bir chiroyli tashkil etibsizlar. Rahmat hammalaringga. Ilohim bu boshlanishi universitetimizdagi birinchi xalqaro konferensiyalarimizdan bu boshlanishi, bu tugadi degani emas. Bundan keyingi konferensiyalarimizda ham hammalaringga bundan chiroyli chiqishlar qilishdi, bundan chiroyli ma'ruzalar bilan qatnashishni tilab qolaman. Salomat bo'linglar. Rahmat.
Shuoniga ovoz bo'lyaptimi? Madis. Ovoz bo'lyapti? Ha, kelyapti. Bundamayapti? bo'ldi buni. Ana bor, filologiyasi bor, filologiyasi, rus tili va adabiyoti. Sonuç şuna da geçiyor. Doğru mu?